What do you say, like, as a jazz band before you get going? Like, we're gonna knock their socks off, or is there some type of saying instead of break a leg? Like,
we're gonna blow, right? We're gonna blow.
Yeah.
You know what they said back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that before. People have said that.
Yeah, people say that about
People say we blow all the time. Thank you, Free Range Films, for having us. This is our theme. Song I wrote for you, Dreams of You. The first tune is Trouble in Mind. 2, 1, 2. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue, I'll wait, 'cause the sun's gonna shine on my back door someday. Trouble in mind, it's true, I have almost lost my mind. Sometimes I feel like living, sometimes I feel like dying. I'm gonna lay my head on that lonesome railroad line. Let that 219 train pacify my troubled mind. And I'm going down to that river with my old rocking chair. When the blues come flowing, I'll rock away from there, away from there. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always, 'cause the sun's gonna shine on my back door someday. Tag it for me one time, please. 'Cause the sun's gonna shine on my back door someday.
awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to my studio apartment.
Yeah.
Did
It is a
everybody-
studio, and it is an apartment,
Yeah.
and it's also a studio apartment.
You got it. Did y'all find it okay?
Yeah.
For the record, yes.
We're still waiting on the drummer.
Well, what happened?
I did find out there are 2 apartment 8 in this complex. One of them has a woman with 2 dogs. She was nice enough, unfortunately not a paranoid gun owner. Yeah.
It's the first time somebody's gone to, that I know of, has gone to that other person's apartment.
Yeah, well, that's the story of my life.
But yeah, Jeremy, welcome. Would you mind introducing yourself and the band?
Sure thing. My name is Jeremy Mohney. This is my band. We got Mr. Matt Cantor on guitar, Connor Hollingsworth on the bass, and Chris Carlin on the drums.
Awesome. Could you describe, how would you describe your band or the genres that you play?
I would call it swing music as an overarching thing, but a little traditional jazz, a lot of blues, and yeah, it's just good old dance music, I guess. Maybe in a different time you could have called it pop music, but
Is that first song an original or was that a cover song?
that's an old blues tune, a good old blues tune from the teens or 20s, something like that. So, 100 years old about.
So how did you get into, you mentioned like it used to be pop music, but not now, like it's not very popular in modern day culture. How'd you get into this type of music?
Well, it was definitely the pop music when my grandfather was a teenager, and I grew up really close to him. So he'd pick me up from school, or even when I was real young, he would just drive me around in the car and have tapes of like Glenn Miller and Artie Shaw going on in the car, and that was some of my favorite stuff he would play too. So
Did your grandpa play anything or dance or?
yeah, he actually played the bass
Oh,
in a big band called the Modern Maestros.
sounds like a really cool guy.
They never made it out of Osborne, Kansas. He did when the war broke out. He also played bassoon and a little tuba. He said that somebody showed him.
How big was the tuba?
Well, most of you know a tuba toothpaste is about that big.
Is the jokes part of the culture or is that just part of you guys?
Part of my culture. Yeah.
Just keeping it loose.
What jokes?
My culture, like the stuff in the back of the fridge,
Oh man,
has a lot of culture.
here we go. Where are you guys based? All around or?
Well, he's in Sunshine. That's west of Boulder. I'm in Boulder. You're in Denver, right?
Longmont.
He's in
There we go.
Longmont.
And you're the last one to get here.
Well, yeah.
Sunshine. I've lived here for 5 years. Is that a real place?
It's a real place. It's kind of if you're familiar with Sunshine Canyon, which is what Mapleton turns into when you head west into the mountains from Boulder. You go
On the
through,
way to Gold Hill.
yeah, so it's kind of halfway between
Mountain Town.
Gold Hill and Boulder. You know,
So the town is called Sunshine?
It's not a town.
it's
Oh.
a community of sorts. I don't exactly know the history.
Cool. I learned something new. Kind of. I'm still kind of still gray on it. Like it's
If
an
you're
area,
mail-
but it's not.
Yeah, if you're sending something to me in the mail, it's Boulder.
There you go. And so you guys have some original music out too, right?
Yeah, I like to write tunes in the style, you know. I've seen a lot of people write swing music over the years, and to me, they never really got into that real early 20th century popular song style. and dance today. Get up and dance to say I'm on my feet and the groove is all right. Get dancing, get dancing. Have I got news for you? It's that your feet, they won't feel blue. You just get in the groove and start to move. Get dancing, get dancing. Up and dance today. Just you get up and dance to say, oh yeah, I'm on my feet and the groove is all right. I get dancing, get dancing. Have I got news just for you? Is that your feet, they won't feel blue. You just get in the groove and start to move. I get dancing, I get dancing, I get dancing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So as a band, you guys record albums, you play shows. Is it all locally? What kind of makes up the activities of the band?
Ooh. Well, Matt works for Major League Baseball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the.
I don't know. What do you do?
I do software engineering.
There's like a big build-up, and then you're like, I do software engineering.
Yeah, I play first base. But I don't know. To answer your question, yeah, lots of gigs. that had nothing to do with the question.
I have to.
Also, to answer your question, not always locally.
Yeah, we're going to New York and Massachusetts pretty soon.
Cool. Is that part of a tour?
Yeah, a little mini tour. We're going for a week. Just like to go check out the scenes, see what's going on back there, see if we can hang with the big boys and girls.
Is like the types of gigs different at all that you guys play versus a rock band or something?
Yeah, I mean, we play some swing dances. We're good for a speakeasy bar, I guess. Or
The swing dances are probably the most unique thing that we do, though.
Identifier there.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of people that dance in the style of. Actually, when is Lenny Hop like?
yeah, 30s and 40s.
Yeah,
It's the functional music,
Yeah.
so more kind of collaborative with the listeners. They're also participating.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. You get to see maybe a different slice of life, or see some swing dancers. Do they ever get wild?
I have seen it, yes.
What does that look like?
Oh, man. I mean,
I don't think they do what you think they do.
I don't. There's nothing going on in my mind. There's nothing weird going on in my mind.
swing. They jump around and spin around.
They jump around, they clap. They generally clap on time and usually on 2 and 4.
Yeah, there's a difference between the swing gigs and maybe your.
But they don't clap for us. No, they do sometimes.
But like Lindy Hoppers, they like are really throwing each other around in the air a lot. It's almost like a couples, what do they call it these days? The ice skating, dancing.
Yeah. Ice skating is in the Olympics, and then
Swing dancing.
Breakdance
Swing
was
dancing. break dancing was.
Swing dancing can replace that, maybe.
You know, it should have been in the Olympics back in the Lindy Hop days, right? I mean,
Yeah.
very athletic.
So there are like different influences that might come more from the South or different parts of the country.
Definitely. It originated, through the blues and Afro-Caribbean music and European music, like marches and military marches were real popular. So that's how you get the brass instruments and a lot of the harmonic ideas. But then some of the harmonic ideas, like the blues, came from Africa, and the rhythms from Africa via the Caribbean. Yeah, there's, Latin, Spanish. It all came together in New Orleans, of course.
Narlands.
Narlands.
It's a very unaccented way to try to say it.
Let's all say it wrong. New Orleans. I think that's how you're supposed to say it if you can't say Nolans. Did I do it right? Let us know in the comments.
I think the key is confidence, and I think we're at a shortage of that, to deliver it with confidence.
Call me stupid in the comments here.
Roast us.
Yeah. Roast us. Bunch of chestnuts up here. 1, 2, 3. Speaking of chestnuts again, I think Lucy's ready for a close-up.
She got active in the middle of that one for some reason.
She's cute.
Find a little floor chestnut. It's like
Police lieutenant create one.
Yeah. Boy, I got a dumb dog. We call him Egypt. 'Cause every room he leaves a pyramid. You want to hear my impression of a big baby?
I wrote this one.
No, you didn't. I wrote it. Well, I guess we kind of wrote it together. Anyway, you want to hear it?
Yep. Yeah.
Wah, give me some milk. It's a big baby.
All right, you can take credit for it.
Yeah, I think I was there too.
Yeah? Well, it's
Yeah, just because you were there.
How long you guys known each other?
Too long. We went to high school, me and Matt here, Boulder High. We actually didn't really know each other almost at all when we were going to school together, but after we were out, we started a band called Back to the Woods. It's a good old time being Boulder kids with instruments running around barefoot, causing problems.
Yeah. I played upright bass in that band, and I used to take the bus down to Pearl Street with my bass with no case. So I would just get on the bus with just a bass. It wasn't mine, of course. It was the school bass. So they probably should have given me a case. They gave me a bass without a case. Which
Their fault.
It was my fault, but
You just added some character to that bass. A lot of character marks.
yeah, for sure. I don't know. That kind of paints a picture as to what we were doing now, I think. And then towards the end of that band, Jeremy was like, I want to be in a swing band. So then we started actually a different swing band. Mm-hmm. And then you realized that you didn't really, like, you wanted to be in your own swing band and not with, like,
Yeah,
you wanted to have, like, your own creative control over it, I think.
Well, I feel like I was kind of the one with the best idea of what swing music really was, taking influence from the real deal, you know?
Who is the real deal?
I like Louis Armstrong, of course, Sidney Bechet. You know, this might be kind of unpopular, but I really like Glenn Miller. They could go both ways with that. He was really popular. A lot of people really like him, and a lot of people really don't like him. Count Basie, guys in his band, Lester Young. Matt's big influences, Django Reinhardt from Europe and the Hot Club of France.
Is that the same guy that Willie Nelson's inspired by?
A lot of people, yeah.
His playing style influenced?
Yes, Tony Iommi liked him a lot too.
Black Sabbath?
Yeah, because he was missing Django he had his hand burned in a fire, and on his fretting hand, he could only really use 2 fingers. And Tony Iommi famously was missing the tip of one of his fingers. And
I think the 2 middle, actually.
Really?
I think it's, I don't know, I may be wrong, but that was at least what I heard in the story is 2 middle fingers, so he had to use like his first and pinky finger.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting how those like defects actually create something that's like super unique, becomes like a part of them that makes them special, not a part that holds them back.
Very true.
I mean, he was already insanely good with all of his fingers. Like, there's recordings of him playing banjo before he lost his fingers, and he's just, you know.
Maybe they would have been better, or maybe this is just them.
No, I
finding
do
one.
think it shaped the way he played. It shaped the chords that he chose. Like, because he still had all 4 of his fingers, but these 2 were just not very functional. But he actually could use them for chords. So, like, a lot of his chords force your fingers to be kind of like clamped up like that he would use, because I think that's kind of how he could use them. And then also, yeah, just having 2 fingers, it makes you play differently. So. Yeah, he probably would have sounded pretty different with 4 fingers.
Sometimes too, limitations create creativity.
Yeah.
Constraints. It's maybe something there too. I don't know.
I know about that.
I'm just saying, for all the kids out there, don't cut off 2 of your fingers and expect yourself to sound like
To be
Django.
cool like Django,
I
yeah.
need a better origin story than that.
I imagine people have done that back in the day, right? I want to be like Django.
Hey, you can always just not use them, you know.
That's not commitment.
What are like the things on like social media? It's like the
Challenge.
challenge. Yeah, it's the Django challenge. Yeah.
Hold your hand in a fire.
Yeah.
That'd be a tragedy if you cut him off and then you like didn't practice. You'd be like, oh, never mind. I'm not really into it.
Actually, I don't like guitar very much.
You just have to follow up and like
Yeah.
put all the work in. Don't do that, kids. But if you do, give us credit for the idea.
Yeah, and it works out. Yeah.
What about you guys? How'd you guys meet?
Just the music community in general is pretty small. So in Boulder, it's like really tight. Pretty much if you play music, any amount of time you're gonna run into each other. So I think it was some of that.
Well, I guess we all have a mutual friend in Kyle Ursery. He's the one that gave me your number.
Right.
Oh, we played his wedding.
Yeah, that was even before I really knew you.
Me and Kyle played his wedding.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I know.
Forever ago.
I've known Kyle a little bit because he does animation. He does some film stuff, and been learning more recently how talented he is musically.
All right, we're not here to talk about Kyle.
Well, Kyle sucks.
Musically, artistically, please. Yeah.
He's got a bad personality. He smells.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Terrible father.
Whoa. Low blows. You want to introduce the fifth member of the group?
Oh, yeah. Lucy, it's time for your close-up. Here we go.
There we go. Oh.
Lucy.
Hello, internet.
The first dog on the show. First person to go to somebody else's apartment. What do you say, like, as a jazz band before you get going? Like, we're gonna knock their socks off, or is there some type of saying instead of break a leg, like,
Oh.
loop-de-loop, knock their socks off, scoop-de-doodle-dip-dop?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
How'd you know?
We're gonna blow, right? We're gonna blow.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what they said back in the day?
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard that before.
One
People
of
have said
the-
that.
Yeah, people say that about
People say we blow all the
You're
time.
playing a brass instrument.
Yeah, well, yeah, you go blow a song. Gonna blow one.
It's interesting. This instrument is made out of brass, but it's a woodwind. This is wood, a reed. From the year 1942, we bring you a tune. There will never be another you. One, two, three. There will be many nights like this. I'll be standing here, someone new. There'll be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring. Honey, will there be another you? Talk about the lips that I just may go and kiss. Well, they thrill me like as I always seem to used to do. Oh, I may dream a million dreams. How will they all come true if there will never, ever be another you? there will be many other nights just like this. I'll be standing here with someone else who's new. There'll be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring. But honey, will there be another you? Talk about all the lips that I just make it. Well, they thrill me like us always seem to go and used to do. Oh, oh, I may dream a million dreams. How will they all come true? If there will never be another you. No, there will never ever be another you.
Very nice. Awesome. It was great to meet everybody. You guys get to head off to a gig tonight.
That is right.
Would you mind telling the folks where to keep in touch or check out your guys' music?
Yeah, we got, well, I'm in on the .com boom. Guess I'm not as late to that party as I am with the rest of the stuff we do, but it's JeremyMohney.com. Mohney spelled Mohney. We're on Facebook and Instagram too, and all of your favorite streaming services such as Spotify and Apple Music and Tidal and such.
And where can they
cetera, et cetera.
keep up with your comedy career?
Oh,
Live.
Nobody's gonna want to do that.
truck stop bathrooms, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, this Wednesday, Fort Morgan.
Yeah. At the Pilot in Fort Morgan.
Well, awesome. It's great meeting everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers. Trouble in mind. I'm blue. But I won't be blue. I'll wait. 'Cause the sun's gonna shine on my back.